What are we doing today, Ryan?
Just tight on the sides and swoosh going on.
Keep the whoosh going?
Yeah.
It's funny that I get paid. Well, it's not funny. I'm really glad that I get paid for this because I essentially hang out with cool dudes that like girls, cars, motorbikes, and music. You know, and that we talk about that stuff all day, and the guys drink beer and get shaves and get haircuts and they leave and that's it. Like that's a pretty good job. I didn't know if it would, but it's turned out to be. Even this little room, people come in and hang out and we have some laughs and we crank concerts on the TV and drink a beer, and it's an environment that people enjoy it. I find a lot of my clients, especially 9-to-5ers and guys like that, come here, and this is like going to the pub for them. I played music professionally, like in bars across Canada and United States, never making any money. Especially when you're young, you know, just the chance to get to play and be in clubs and play music and you know, party and hang out with chicks was all that mattered. You didn't really need any money. Actually, I started making money when I started playing country music. When Garth Brooks came out, he turned country into a major, big thing. In 1996, 97, it's like you can make $600 a week playing country. And I was, you know, that was as much as strippers were making. So I was like, oh man, I'm in. I didn't like it. I was just doing it purely for the money, and I didn't think I would do it for very long. Then I started understanding it and playing with some good bands, and that's kind of, from there it took off. When we shot the first video for the song I'm a Road Hammer, we didn't even know if anyone would like it. 6 weeks later, it's a top 20 hit. You know, 3 months later, it's a top 10. You know, a year down the road, you have a #1 record. Well, that was the first time being a part of a successful act. Like signing autographs for hours and people coming up with your autograph tattooed on their body. It was a little overwhelming. That was the first time I experienced the fandemonium. The same sacrifices that you make your whole life when you dedicate something to any kind of an art form. You know, I've sacrificed my relationships with my family. You know, my relationships with my good friends, some good friends you just grow apart from. When I moved back to Canada, I was going through my separation. My heart was broken. I'd lost all my money, or I spent all the money that we had made. I was just a wreck. I was getting sued by my record company. There was just all this stuff going back, and so Corbett Frasz, the, you know, rock and roll drummer, you know, on magazine covers and winning Junos and all that stuff, was moving back to Canada and going to hair school. I still remember exactly where I was in Red Deer, Alberta. I was in a pub with my buddy. I'd been back not very long. I remember the first time probably in 20 years that when a girl actually asked me what I did for a living, I didn't say musician. It was the first time. And I literally got like butterflies in my stomach and goosebumps, and I was thinking, oh man, I've completely lost my mind. What have I done? Like, I remember at the barbershop when I was a kid, you know, they had a pool table and guys would be telling dirty jokes and reading Playboys and smoking cigars and playing pool, and they would enjoy being there. You know, nowadays, mall barbershops and little barbershops and strip malls, no, none of those cats are enjoying being there. They just want to get their shit done and get out. And that's, from the turn of the century until the 80s, that's not what barbering was about. Barbering was about, you know, yeah, you want to get your hair cut, you want to get shaved, but it's, you come in, you enjoy yourself, you talk about cool stuff, and you relax.
Like, you know, with that?
Oh yeah.
So we took all that weight on the side, so you shouldn't get so much of that now, and
okay.
It should hold this up pretty good. I'll finish the bottom of your neck and you're done.
How often do you get your hair cut here? whenever I can get in, honestly. Seriously, probably, what do you think?
Every 6 weeks?
Yeah, something like that. Well, I usually wait till he posts that he has an opening or something, then I jump on it right away, but now he has this new high-tech phone app thingy that's...
I'm pretty fancy
cool.
now.
Yeah. You do it all through your phone or computer now.
Mine's has been coming to me for a long time.
When I do this service for somebody and it makes them feel good, it makes me feel good. The person, the difference in what that person felt like, looked like, acted like, their body language, everything about them from the time they got there to the time they've left changes so dramatically sometimes that you just can't help but feel good. I mean, I still go out and tour and play music, but I mean, this is my primary business, and this is the business that I'm growing, where I spent my whole life growing my music repertoire and my music portfolio. Now it's kind of like, this is what I focus on now. This is priority. Everything else is after.